Why China's planning a super dam? What India must do. Producing hydropower from lower reaches of Yarlung, which becomes Brahmaputra in Arunachal, is either a part of Beijing's grand energy security goals or a scare tactic to soften up New Delhi on border talks. Either way, New Delhi should seriously upgrade water management in northeast via a point strategy. It's official. China's planning to build a colossal hydroelectric dam on Yarlung Songpo. This is one of the world's mightiest rivers, which eventually becomes the Brahmaputra as it flows into Arunachal Pradesh. Its price tag of $137 billion and projected power output of 60 gigawatts, more than two and a half times that of Three George Dam, means this has mega implications for India. But it shouldn't come as a surprise to India. When China adopted its 14th five-year plan in March 2021, setting ambitious goals for climate and energy security, it explicitly prioritized hydropower development in the lower reaches of Yarlung. So, if India is surprised today, this suggests an underestimation of China's long-term intentions. In fact, China's ambitions plans for Yarlung have been even longer in the making. As part of its 12th five-year plan 2011 to 2015, Beijing proposed a cascade of dams along the river's upper and reaches, including Dagu Dam 640 megawatt, Jangmu Dam 510 megawatt, Jiacha Dam 320 megawatt, and another at Jiangsu. Jangmu Dam is operational. The other three proposed projects remain stalled, hindered by technical and logistic challenges. The rough terrain with its steep mountains and deep gorges presents a formidable challenge for the construction of a super dam. It's possible that China's grand announcement is less about actual construction and more about retailing India. It paid dividend for China to link border issues with India to the rivers that crisscross it, hoping this will force India to the bargaining table on boundary issues. Timing of the super dam announcement is anything but coincidental. In tandem, Beijing also relevant creation of two new counties in Hotan Prefecture with controversially incorporate parts of Ladakh territory that India has firmly declared to be under illegal occupation. What is frightening is that Tibet region, already known for seismic volatility, recorded over 100 earthquakes of magnitude of at least 3.0 in 2024 alone. Just days ago, a powerful 6.8 magnitude earthquake struck near Tingri, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. Tingri is about 1,200 km from Meadow country where the super dam is slated to be built. Will these natural hazards derail China's ambitious plans? No. it may well choose to overlook the myriad risk tied to the super dam. After all, its past actions suggest little concern for nature's sovereignty. For Beijing's Yarlung, like many of its transboundary rivers, is a strategic asset. In the power play with India, the river serves as political leverage. Irrespective of whether China eventually builds the super dam or not, India must be prepared. To say that China's plan is illegal and done in secrecy is beside the point. This at best creates a public narrative of China as an irresponsible and aggressive country. But that certainly cannot be India's principal objective. While the geographical upper riparian reality of China cannot be changed, India's lower riparian position does not necessarily mean acute disadvantage. Peer revived data suggests that both during the lean and peak flow, total annual outflow of Yarlung from China is significantly less than Brahmaputra. India can therefore play a defining role as a downstream developer of water resources. Foremost, India should continue to strengthen its capability and capacity in the northeastern region. This includes enhancing its own monitoring and verifying of the flow of the rivers that come from China by using superior satellites for flood risk mapping and forecasting and by upgrading the telemetry stations. Second, a blueprint needs to be prepared for an integrated approach to a storage facilities, embankments, flood diversion and mitigation, and inland navigation. Building a storage capacities on Brahmaputra is critical, but with a scientific approach that factors in site selection, seismic activities, ecological and logical considerations, it will be counterproductive for India to create upstream and downstream acrimony within its own territory. Third, inland navigation needs to be further boosted in Brahmaputra basin. With current government investment in inland waterways, Brahmaputra National Waterways 2 would act as a critical economic corridor with direct access to Chittagong port in Bangladesh and Haldia port in West Bengal, and to boost trade with Southeast Asian countries. It would be unrealistic to expect a water treaty from China. What India can do is frame the water agenda beyond the blue metric by bridging in larger cross border concerns like climate change, wetland protection, and biodiversity to the table, where both China and India are signatories to the relevant conventions. This will add fresh perspective to MOUs that have excited since 2002, including the experts level mechanism set up after Perechu River witnessed a glacial lake outburst flood, leading to enormous damage downstream in Himachal Pradesh. India's strategic and policy initiative on Brahmaputra must be clear, carefully balanced between pursuing a water dialogue with China and meticulous projections of future trends in water availability, flow patterns, and changes in climate variable. The writer is senior fellow IDSA, that is Uttam Sinha. Thank you and Jai Hind.